before you start throwing stones at me and calling me names, know that I have a true reason for having been absent for such a long time. You know the last video I made where I was ill, I looked gross, I was fighting against the it wasn't the Mormon plague, it was the Jehovah plague that was coming to my door? Well, that illness didn't get better for 2 whole months. When I was ill for 1 month, I started to get worried. Everyone was telling me, hey, girl, you might die. So I broke all of the rules that I generally have for myself, which is don't trust doctors, and I went to a doctor. He didn't know what was wrong with me. He x-rayed my lung meat. He didn't diagnose me. He charged me $200 hairs. He prescribed me medication without even knowing what illness I had. I wasn't going to take said medication. It was an antibiotic. But everyone was like, no, you need to take it. You better take that. Take it. So I took it. And guess what? It did not work. I was sick for 1 entire month after the 10-day regimen. So 2 whole months of being sick. So tired. So drained. I just wanted to hack up a lung and cry myself to sleep every day. But instead I had to keep working because I'm poor and have to pay bills. But I didn't hack on people's lives. I was hacking to my arm and then wash my hands frequently. So I don't think that I infected humans. Let's hope. I also drank a lot of wine because, you guys, I've been rereading A Song of Ice and Fire. And they're always talking about wine, and they're always drinking wine when they're ill or pouring it in their wounds. So I'm like, stories mean real, so I will drink wine every day. And I did, and it was great. And it's still great, because I'm not going to stop. I didn't drink it every day. Yes, I did. I'm lying to you. I'm trying to lie to you to make myself seem better. Okay, so I'm back for today. I feel a little bit better because 3 days ago I started feeling like I was done with the plague. I still have a little bit of a hack, but other than that, I'm pretty much all right. I'm here to tell you about something a little bit weird, a topic you might not expect, and the topic is boobs. But not the boobs that you'd probably want me to be talking about. I'm going to talk about old lady boobs. Why? Lauren, why would you tell us this? Because I saw them. You may know that I work as a bartender on this bus-bicycle hybrid. It's 15 seats of pedals, and I stand in the center and I feed people alcohol. And they get really jolly and excited, and if they like me and they have fun, they'll give me some tip money, and then I spend that on cat food, wine, cheese, socks, whatever really tickles my pickle at the moment. The last ride I had. Group of people, arrived drunk, whatever, do what you want on your own time. That's not how I really drink it every time, just sometimes. Anyways, I wanted to, make sure they had a great time, which for most people means eating lots of alcohol. So I was throwing it at their faces, feeding them to this guy, that lady, this lady. And I did my job really well because they were super intox, super rowdy, and I believe they were starting to get a little bit excited, if you know what I mean. We are almost back to home base at the end of the ride when the ladies, who are all in their 60s, spy some shirtless roofers on top of, get this, a roof. The 60-year-old lady who'd been making lewd jokes at our poor male driver the entire time decided to flash them. I, being the bartender that I am, was standing in the middle facing all of the patrons whenever they're like, flash him, we're hold up. I saw the hands go to her shirt. And as she prepared to lift it, I was like, ah! But whatever I said didn't help because it's illegal to do those things. If you guys didn't know, showing your danger zone to people in public is not proper and not classy. So she flashed her boobs. And I was fully expecting in my mind what everyone has told me old lady boobs are like. Pretty much what I envision them as, based on what I have learned from people, is that they're just these like long noodles, and then at the end are like little raisinets attached. Those are the nips. So I'm like, no, 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 this can't be happening. So she flashes, and it was like frightening. It was terrifying because I just saw someone's danger zones. But they weren't, the noodles, like they weren't like raisins on noodle strings hanging down. So I think I've been deceived because you know that there's that song, do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? If you knew history, you'd know that song's actually about boobs. So I always expected you could literally throw them over your shoulders, tie them in bows, all of those things. Not true. And these ladies' boobs weren't fake because I could just tell. So, like, it was frightening. Like I said, it was weird. But it kind of gave me hope for the future. For me and all of the women that I know in my life. You guys, if you're a girl, you may not have raisinets on noodle strands in your future life. Your boobs may not hang down to your kneecaps. Isn't that kind of nice, but kind of frightening? Well, not for you. It's good for you, but it's frightening for me because I have this image in my mind playing right now of being flashed by that old lady. Okay, I gotta go now. Goodbye.